Welcome into Simply Blossoming Tarot. I'm Gigi and this is my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are in great spirits, okay? Hope you guys are in the energy of love and light. I know at this moment in the collective, it's kind of hard to do that. So make sure you're doing all the things, all right? Yesterday, I was talking to my homegirl, and I was telling her, I was like, I am deciding to do all the things, you know, the spiritual practices that I, was raised in, grew up on, and just returning to almost like my sacred space, almost like my sanctuary, you know what I mean? Just these practices that are really grounding and help me. So here I am, all right? And along this journey, because I feel like we're always restarting journeys, stopping journeys, getting back on road. I always say that, back on road. And I'm just in this space of like getting recalibrated and it's cool. Like, it's cool, the ups and downs that we go through in life, because you begin to find things that you love over and over again, you know? But anyway, so this is basically a collective reading, or a collective astrology report, okay? This is kind of reiterating a bit of the Pluto and Aquarius reading that I did for every single sign. If you have not watched that, please go back to that video and watch that. And y'all, I'm trying to be much more consistent here. It is a priority. It is a top goal for me to be able to get back consistent. So every week I feel like I'm going to, I'll just see. I basically mapped out a routine, but just prepare for me to be more consistent on here. I feel like I need it. I feel like the collective needs it. I feel like everybody needs it, okay? And this is my duty, my service, okay? Because basically, doing YouTube is, you can do book readings and things like that. But my books are closed right now. I do this because I really do enjoy it, you know? And so this is like my duty and my service, okay? But all right, this is a collective rundown, okay? I feel like the collective vibe, everybody is going through very, very deep transitions at this time, okay? And collectively, I should have pulled up where Pluto is in the United States birth chart. Let's see where. Let me see. Shoots, I should look that up. I may have to. Okay, what happened during the last Pluto? I love doing this history behind. Okay, what happened during the last Pluto and Aquarius transit in 1777 through 1798? Ooh. Okay, we may talk about that, but anyway, because I can go from one thing to the next. Collectively, we are all going through very deep transformations. Okay, Pluto equals power. And I'm starting off with Pluto because I think a lot of people are overlooking the effects. I feel like a lot is happening right now because of Pluto and Aquarius. Aquarius is the most independent sign in the zodiac. Okay? Pluto equals power. All right? Power is also connected to independence. Sometimes power can be collective. All right? But what this transit is teaching all of us is how to step back in your power by way of independence. So this whole transit is collectively killing codependent dynamics. And I know it's crazy because I feel like God, by way of the universe, even in sacred texts, sacred knowledge, philosophy, self-help, everything is rooted in the self. Everything starts with the self. And before that, before like, oh, we're healing and we're focusing on the self, what has to have a solid foundation before that is the spirit, right? Or we could talk about the Godhead, right? What you submit to. Because what you submit to on a higher plane, it basically, it plays a part in your narrative. It plays a part in your story and your purpose by your day-to-day. Whatever you believe in, okay, plays a big part of who you are and how you see yourself. Like, for me, I tell people all the time, sometimes my confidence can be taken as arrogance, but my confidence and my self-love is rooted out of God's love for me. So when I know that God loves me, right, and I have somebody who's like hating or negative or you shouldn't do that or this, that, whatever, my belief in God and my belief in self and my love for God and my love for self by way of God's love for me makes me a person who challenges that. You're not going to tell me that, oh, I can't perform my gifts. You're not going to tell me that. You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody can talk me out of my confidence. Nobody can talk me out of the life force energy that God gave me. No human gave it to me. God gave it to me. So that's an example. That's my foundation, right? But Pluto is trying to get people to step in their personal power, to step out of codependent dynamics, because we need the whole collective to rise. We cannot rise. You know how they say, oh, you can't take everybody with you, right? You can't take everybody with you. Or we use the analogy of, maybe not the analogy, but we can use like the rapture as an example. It's like you can't take people with you, you know? And sometimes I think the rapture is kind of like that. I get it, right? I get what the Bible says, but sometimes I think the rapture is metaphoric of like either you ascend or you don't. Like either you ascend the flesh or you don't. Either you ascend the lower chakras or you don't, right? You can either ascend the childhood wounds or you don't. And when you don't, you stay in these codependent dynamics, whether it's being codependent on alcohol, on food, on promethazine, on whatever it is, you know, pills, whatever, or on being too codependent in family dynamics, and emotional dynamics, and sexual dynamics, and even religious dynamics. There's a lot of things that people are overly clinging to that they know that it's time. Like the energy, God, by way of the universe, all the things, all the signs have been shown. All, you know what I'm saying? All the little notes is being sent out. And it's just like, we're choosing to neglect the signs. We're choosing to stay in the comfort zone too long. We're choosing to not operate in our power in certain areas. And I'm going to run down for each zodiac sign because I want people to really, 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 really pay attention to this. Okay? Because I feel like I talked about it. And I felt that, like, just, you know, in my local environment, people are going through things, but I've been trying to give the heads up, okay? And I don't want to sound like, oh, because I do not like when spiritualists are like fear-mongering and all these things, but I'm being very, very specific and detailed for each sign. That's why I do it. That's why I break it down for each sign, because I'm telling you, where this Pluto transit is hitting you, there is going to be major transformative energy there, okay? And you have to be able to deal. People don't like change. I'm Uranus ruled. I love being the wild card. I like change. I like things not to be too monotonous and feel the same, you know? But the only thing, and I hate to sound like the guru, but You know, the only thing promised in life is change. That's it. No day is the same, you know. No day is the same. So maybe this is also a collective message on surrendering, right? Stop the opposition, stop the trying to combat it, trying to stop the change, stop trying to stop the truth. We're also in the age of truth, age of Aquarius is what we're stepping into, which is why Pluto is coming through Aquarius first, okay? Because it is changing and setting the scene for a more Aquarian age, which will be rooted in truth. So that's why we're seeing a lot of things fall to the surface. Pluto is the energy that Rome falls under. Whatever Rome it is for you. And everybody has their little Romes, you know. Everybody has their little Romes in their life, and after a while it's just like, oh my God, you know, we're not on top no more, or whatever. And that's the thing. That's why I say, when you are in the energy of like life feels good, really, really enjoy that and don't take stuff for granted. And I'm not going to say like, oh, you know, whatever. But the tides turn. The tables turn. And it's one thing that I kind of, well, maybe I don't, it's one thing I guess I can say that I admire about God's brilliance is that we are literally all human. Even though people may have like money, power, respect, whatever, look different, whatever, privilege this, privilege that, whatever, we're all human, and none of us escapes this realm without suffering. And I think that people have to realize that suffering comes with the path of humanity, or with the spiritual path of being a spiritual being, having a human experience here on earth. Nobody is outside of suffering. And I feel like for me, I believe in humility in that way, not in a way of like, oh, you know how online people are like, oh, trying to humble somebody, don't let people humble you, whatever. I believe in that. I believe in that because that is an attack on someone's self-confidence. Nobody's going to humble me. And I don't want to sound, you know, I don't want to sound, but in that way, like no one's going to attack my confidence in that way. And whatever it is that I can do, how I show up, my personality, all of that, right? But what I'm saying is that in terms of, now God can humble you. Okay, now God can humble you. God, we are beneath Him. Okay, and people can talk that God shit of like, oh, I'm a God and all that stuff. I don't play them games. I don't play those games, because God can grace you, and people within their own ignorance, and that is ignorance and arrogance, can feel as though they are untouchable. And that's what I'm saying. I don't believe in humbling of like attacking someone's confidence. I believe in humbling in terms of we are all human here. And you can feel that like you riding high for 1 second and you think that you can never be touched, but that's a part of the human experience or whatever, that things go up and down, tides change, times changes, you know. That's what history is an example of, you know, of human history is an example of that. Empires being raised up and crumbling down, and raised up and crumbling down. Certain ideologies, certain religions being raised up and crumbled down, raised up and crumbled down. It's a part of it, okay? But let me get back to what I was saying. I said in that video that there's a big change, and I bet in terms of the United States birth chart, I bet Pluto it's probably like in Capricorn. Or even could be the 8th house. I will have to look into it, okay? But there's people on the channel that's outside of the U.S., you know, but to really nail it as a collective in terms of what the country is going through, I'm very much so into that. But anyway, because people are going through so many transformational changes, and sometimes it's hard to grapple with change. I said this that we have to return to more simpler things. Like, in this energy, the money may not be there. So you may have to take the family to the park. You know what I'm saying? You may have to go on the $4 movie night. You know, you may have to bring a box of chicken to the movie. And I ain't telling nobody to do that. But you know what I'm saying? We're in the energy of, like, you have to, like, bring the energy. You have to be able to live in the energy of gratitude, no matter what your external environment is telling you, or what it is, right? We're in a state of, again, Aquarius is about being strong and independent mentally. Okay? Mentally. And as an Aquarius North Node, Aquarius Sun, and Aquarius Moon, can't nobody talk me in or talk me out of certain beliefs. And that's what they say, a hard head make a soft ass. I'm stubborn mentally in the things of, like, I know what the fuck I research, I know what I learn, I know the facts, and I'm very like that, right? So that's why Aquariuses are known to have, like, intellectual sparring and all this stuff. And it's just like, you know. But right now there are a lot of narratives. There are a lot of different communities. There are a lot of different stories that you can subscribe to. There's a lot of influencers. There's a lot of advice. And I feel like in the process of all this, what is being taught on a very primary level is how to think for oneself. Okay, Aquarians are also very intuitive. How to make your own decisions. How to stop following the crowd. How to be okay with being a rebel for once. You know what I mean? How to be okay with leaning on your intelligence versus your beauty or your aesthetic. All right, Aquarians are very beautiful, but we don't lean on that. You know, and we look at beauty in a different way. We look at humans, or we look at our peers and we find beauty in them. We're not bound by societal norms and beauty norms and stuff like that. Okay, but let me go ahead and get into it. Pluto equals power, Aquarius equals independence. Wherever this is hitting in your chart, guys, look, your rising sign, okay, that pretty significant. But your rising sign, sun sign, really check this out and really look into it, because I'm telling you, it's major change. So this transit is teaching you how to regain your power. You will only struggle if you keep a narrative of victimhood. Oh, I can't do that. I'm this, so I can't do that. Oh, it's too late for this, and I can't do that. And oh, well, that's not available, so I can't do that. Oh, I don't have any options because of this, that, and the third. Okay? And that limited thinking is blocking your abundance. You have to know that things are possible for you. And that's why I say, whether you want to call it abundance, okay, or being a woman of faith, I tell people a lot. I think that, and people like maybe pick it up as like good luck or whatever, or you're always positive, blah, 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 right? I'm a woman of faith, and I don't care exactly how that is perceived by the outside looking in. Oh, she does this, she does that. Oh, she's talking about this, she's talking about that. How does she believe? I believe in God, and I'm a woman of faith, and I know that there is a higher power that is the head of all of this. I believe in the Godhead, okay? And the Godhead sits on my head. That is my compass. So I have a moral compass. You see what I'm saying? So anything that I do, I'm doing with the energy that is connected to source. All right. But, and I'm gonna just go ahead and run through it, and then I'll go through the month, because I was like, let me just put all of this. Let me just put all this out there. Okay. Right now, guys, focus on your health. Okay, because there's a lot of, again, not a doctor, there are a lot of things health-wise that can be triggered from stress at this moment, because people are struggling with heavy change right now. Another thing right now is it is not the time to quit your job. Don't be following these online spiritualists telling you go basically jump off the cliff into a new entrepreneurship and a new this and a new that. Y'all, the energy that, it's not quite the same. It is not quite the same, but the energy that we are under is like a mini depression. Okay, in terms of the corporations are now feeling the crunch, so employment is becoming an issue. So and when employment becomes an issue, foundational issues just become an issue, period, right? So, oh, I didn't kick the doggone thing. Do as much as you can. I'm not telling you to stay in a toxic work environment. But I'm telling you, even in the transits for this month, it is not a good time to have your head in the clouds, okay? There is a lot of Neptune squares. There's a Venus square Neptune. Where was the other one? Where did I write it at? Maybe I just put it there like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of squares to Neptune, and Neptune is when you have on the rose-colored glasses and your head is too damn in the clouds right now. The energy that is very helpful for us as a collective, especially during this month, is leaning into more so Saturn energy. Like there's a Mercury trine Saturn. That means being very disciplined in your communication, what you're producing, what you're putting out, being very disciplined in the mind. Again, and all this circles right on back, because I just feel like it's like astrology is like a beautiful dance. It's like a beautiful ballet. Once you really like get into it and you see the major transits, you see like how the baby ones kind of like go behind it, and they'd be like, yeah, this is what we're really trying to teach you. So right now, what is major in the collective is all about your mind and your mental, okay? But right now it's a good energy for discipline and realism. It is a good energy to create, don't get me wrong, okay? It's a good energy to take that Neptune vibe, right? Reminds me of For Real. Take that Neptune vibe and apply it to like literally your creative endeavors. But don't take that Neptune romanticizing rose-colored glasses energy and apply it to a codependent relationship dynamic, okay? Or apply it to a business partner, right? Someone who's blowing smoke up your ass, you know? Don't apply it to that. Also, don't be in a rose-colored glasses energy when it comes to working and co-workers and things of that nature. Show up, do your job, watch what you're communicating, and go on home, okay? But okay, so trying to see. Oh, we also have a Saturn retrograde coming up June 29th. Which can kind of ease up, but right now is the time to really be about your business, okay? So Aquarius, we're gonna go ahead and go back into it and reiterate this. Aquarius, Pluto is hitting your first house. This is about self-improvement. You will improve, honey. You will improve. Come hell or high water. All this energy, y'all, I don't care what sign it is. It's going to be major change in this energy. Come hell or high water. It don't matter. It's going to happen. You could go kicking and screaming. Okay, you can go kicking and screaming, or you could just lean into it and do the work, okay? Aquarius, you are very focused, or where this is hitting is your first house, so it is how you see yourself. A lot of narratives that you could have picked up from childhood, that you could have picked up from family, that you could have picked up from old relationship dynamics. These things are changing, honey. And Aquarius, you are stepping into power. Okay, so the the crown is on your head. So, and understand that too, that when you have the crown, everybody wants to come for the crown. All right. So Aquarius is basically taking their they walking on up. Okay. They got the, what is the they got the Iron Throne. Okay, like the Game of Thrones. Aquarius on they Game of Thrones shit. Okay. On they I know nothing. Jon Snow. Okay. Jon Snow. He know nothing, but end up taking the whole damn throne. Okay. So Aquarius is all about, it's about self-improvement, all right, and seeing yourself in a new way, in a new light, and then like your self-perspective, and this is happening on a very deep level, all right. It's almost like you versus they, like how Khaled used to be like, they don't want to see you win, they. It's really like you versus the narrative, like your narrative versus whatever narrative that is trying to be picked for you, or it's really about how you feel about yourself, what you know about yourself. It's about self-empowerment. Okay. Second, Capricorn, this is hitting your second house of finances. I told Capricorns this. Okay. Now this can be very transformative for Capricorns who have financial discipline or financial literacy, or are business inclined, which some of them really are, or the Capricorns that work 4-5 jobs. I actually was just talking to one. But it's a good transformative energy to transform your life and take it to the next level. If you're a Capricorn that is having financial issues, where you have to look at, what are you spending on? Does it really make sense, right? Is your head in the cloud about certain things? Capricorns are prone to shopping addiction and materialistic addictions, and anything like smoking addictions, alcoholism, sex addictions. It's weird. They kind of give Pisces, but in an earthy way. Okay, they kind of give Cancer, but in an earthy way. So needing to, if you have a shopping problem, there needs to be a budget in place. Okay, things need to be written out and planned. All right. Let me see. Yeah. So that and the second house. Look. The 8th house is about other people's finances. That's what Cancer is sitting in. The second house is about finances that come from you, that come from your education, that come from your how you show up. It comes from you, what you're doing. Okay. 3rd house, we have Sagittarius is hitting Sagittarius 3rd house of communication. Now let me go back to this. All right. All of this, just think in your head. This is, I'm regaining my power in Bow, whatever house it is. So Aquarius, you are regaining your power in self-improvement and how you focus and look at yourself. Capricorn, you are regaining your power in your finances. It might be ugly, okay? It might be ugly, but that's what's happening. This is a blowing away of fire. This is the Tower coming in. This is foundational issues, subconscious issues connected to a lack mentality and things like that. Of what are the excuses that you're making up as to why you can't get the finances together? What are the things that you're doing and what are the choices and decisions that you're making in your life, all right, that needs to be changed on a fundamental level? It's going to be shown to you. So, Sagittarius, I'm regaining my power in communication. In what way have you felt silence? In what way have you felt that you can't totally express how you feel, in your feelings? Or in what way Sagittarius is, we're known to like cuss people out, like kind of like go left a little bit. So this also could be you, how you interact with people needs to change. I feel like Sagittarius, you could have been in the energy of like there's a lot of misunderstandings and this is what I meant, I didn't mean it in that way or whatever. But there could also be some sort of way of just y'all could want to go back to school, further your knowledge or whatever. But the 3rd house is about communication. But I really feel like for Sagittarius, it's about empowering your word. Some of y'all may be thinking about writing a book. Some of y'all may be thinking about like putting your feelings and words into something, right? And this is how I feel like Sagittarius has been, their throat chakra has been blocked in some sort of way. Like how you're being perceived to the community or to the world versus who you are. And there is a lot of that going on. So you're gaining your power back in your way of communication, all right? And also those in which you communicate. There's something with communication. Like you may be a person like, oh, I'm just going to lay back and I'm just going to let things roll and I'm going to just da-da-da. Pluto is pushing you to be like, no, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to say how I feel. Now, you may need to, you know, I don't know. Because it can give a little bit of a backslide energy for Sagittarius. Where Sagittarius is like, I'm going to just go left. You see what I'm saying? But in the process, you're like, I'm trying to be truthful and communicate to you and tell you my feelings. And some Sagittarius have to, like how they're talking to people, and Capricorn had that problem too. How they're talking to people, there may need to be some sort of learning a better way to communicate in a healthier way, okay? Or dealing with that. Scorpio, 4th house of family. There's some going on within the 4th house, honey, with home and family dynamics, needing to regain your power in home and family, okay? Libra, this is hitting your 5th house of creativity. How can I regain my power in my creativity? How can I regain my power in my dating life? How I'm showing up in my dating life? How can I regain my power in my performance? Okay, now the 5th house is really like thespian, right? It's very like happy sad mass, right? But it's very, but I want to, for what's popping up for Libra is like, it's like the grand stage of life, all right? It's how is my performance, okay? How do I regain my power in my performance? I don't know if there's something about stage presence here, how you present yourself. This could be public speaking or whatever, your artistry, whatever. Libra, there's something about, or this could, if you're into sports, right? How you're showing up as an athlete. It's something about like, I need to regain my power in how I create. Maybe you feel like your creative power has been spread in some other way. Or when you're dating, that you're not as strong or showing up. You know, when you sit down and have a date with somebody, you're not showing up, you know, in the way. It's about like your performance and also your passion too. Trying to figure out what your passion is and things like that. Virgo, 6th house of health, bro. Virgo, it's crazy. I was talking to a Virgo and they, out of the blue, found out that they had, asthma, but the signs were there for a long time. Hold on, because I'm boiling eggs and I got to get them off the stove. Excuse me. Okay. I was getting ready to throw some clothes in the dryer and all. I'm literally Virgo. Okay. So Virgo. So I went to go and it's funny. I'm really good at this, but I had set my eggs with a timer, and as soon as I was walking to the kitchen, the timer went off. I was like, yes, on time. But Virgo, what are you eating for breakfast? Like, how are you starting your day? Because I'm using that kind of as an example. I was just boiling eggs. So there could be something about like your protein intake. I don't know if you like have ventured into veganism or like really give your body what it needs based on like, again, not a doctor, based off like, I'm also getting something about hormones. like your hormones, your blood work. Like, you know, don't try to do any like fad type diets. I'm also getting something of like, Virgos are hard workers, but it's what I'm picking up is like an energy of borderline like self-punishment, of like, okay, I don't know, like, okay, I want this promotion at work, so I want to learn the program the best, or I want to be the best, or I want my presentation to be the best, or I want my pitch to be the best, or whatever, right? So you're like staying up, constantly staying up, drinking Red Bulls and caffeine and whatever, all these things, right? Could be, or like, and again, not a doctor, whatever, but like taking Adderall to study and stuff. It's like stuff that is tied to, I want to be the best, but it's a lack of self-love there. So I don't, and Virgos have this thing where, and y'all know I love y'all, but I love a Virgo that is really focused on they're doing the work. They're really focused on their healings, because a lot of Virgos be bullshitting and they look good on the outside and they be deplorable on the fucking inside, and emotionally codependent and staying in toxic dynamics, but will put on a mask to make it seem like, oh, I'm self-loving and I'm doing all these things. And no, Virgos, literally, one of their top priorities is how they look. So whether they love themselves or hate themselves, they're gonna look good. It's not a reflection of like self-love, you know what I mean? It's a reflection of, I want to be the best. Oh, is this this represents the best, so I'm gonna wear this label. And I don't want anyone to pick out any imperfections on me, so I'm gonna pick out the imperfections on me, and and then that turns into negative self-talk, right? So there's something with Virgo that there is a big Pluto, and you can't play with this, okay? You cannot play with Pluto, because, and I'm not trying to scare nobody or anything, but Pluto is connected to the planet of death, rebirth, dying, and all of these things, okay? So it is also connected to metallic things. So Virgos may need to be doing heavy metal detoxes, which is charcoal, okay? Taking activated charcoal in some sort of way. There's something about dentist work too that's popping up for y'all. Again, not a doctor, but Virgo, there's something going on. And see, the thing is, this can even be addiction. It don't have to be like, I feel like it's an addiction to overdoing it. I'm telling you, underneath this transit, folks think that, oh, okay, like, I'm gonna say this for instance. So I'm allergic to shellfish, right? I used to take Benadryl and eat shell because I'm Creole, okay? I want my crawfish, I want my shrimp, I want it, okay? So I used to take Benadryls and eat it. Now I don't at all. So I'm just using that as an example of like, Virgo can be doing something that, whether it's like, I don't know why I'm getting like Adderall, or it's something like with performance, or like a steroid, or I'm just using examples, but there's something that whatever the health issue comes from, it's from overdoing something and not paying attention to the health, okay? So don't look the part, be the part, and really, and I love saying that to Virgos. Don't look the part, be the part, okay? Be it in your essence and everything, in terms of like, well, like on your self-love journey. Somebody may have something with their throat, but on a self-love journey, be the part, don't look the part, okay? Because it's a lot of that. It's a lot of performative energy in the space online of, oh, healthy, oh, self-love. Oh, I love myself. Oh, therapy. Oh, this. And people aren't really doing the damn work, but you know, whatever. Leo, this is connected to your 7th house of partnerships and commitments. I feel like Leo, there is a connection from the past. There is a total uprooting of like your relationships in a sense. Some of you have already transitioned into this. That's what I'm saying. The zodiac signs, the humans with these zodiac signs who have been already focused, like if you're an Aquarius and you've been focused on self-improvement, you're ahead of the curve. The tower don't have to fall and bust you out of there, right? Also, I'm getting something with Virgo with health about toxic relationships, like being in a relationship with someone who like has an addiction, or and like enabling, whether it's the Virgo or the other person, it's like enabling dynamics or something like that. Okay. Needing to make the best healthy decisions for you on all fronts, not just actual physical health, mental health, emotional health, self-esteem, all of these things. So back to Leo with partnerships and commitments. The tower is coming in some sort of partnership and commitment. So there is the Leo collective who they already let it burn. They already got away from the person they've been dealing with forever and ever and ever and ever, right? That wasn't worth a damn and wasn't helping them or was a leech or whatever. They are head of in that collective. There are people in the Leo collective where they are in partnerships and in commitments that they are unhappy in, okay? And this is about choosing your own happiness. This is a part of taking your time seriously, valuing your time. Okay? Valuing the plan that you have for your life, valuing your future family. Okay? Also, there could be a dynamic in like power struggles within partnerships and commitments, and then also this could be partnerships, business partnerships, whatever, la la la. 8th house is hitting for Cancer. Pluto is coming through Cancer's 8th house. This is the energy of sex, death, insurance, inheritance, all these things. This is, you know, all right. Well, I'll say this. Cancers, you are probably trying to get your like inheritance in order. You may be thinking about wealth, about what you want to pass down to your kids, or if you have kids or whatever, right? You may be thinking about starting a family, things of that nature, rebirthing something. It's a good time to like focus on your health as well, in terms of like your insurance, things of that nature, car insurance, all of that. These are like the important things. But there could be something related to sex. Watch who you're having sex with. Watch your sexual health as well. Power dynamics with sex, like BDSM. I'm also getting like a sex addiction or something like that. But anyway, yeah, you're needing to take back your power in the 8th house. Take back your power in sex, okay? Take back your power when it comes. Some of y'all could be having inheritance or whatever, or betting on, like waiting on insurance money or something like that. It's time to take back your power. You can't sit off of the inheritance of someone else, or you can't use sex as a way to get everything. You know what I mean? So whatever. Or because the 8th house equals other people's resources. So Cancer, regain your power in your independence and not leaning so much on other people's resources. Now, for some Cancers, you may be the other people's resource. Okay, so just take it how it resonates. Gemini, this is hitting your ninth house. You are regaining your power in publishing. You are regaining your power in philosophy. You are regaining your power in law. You are regaining your power in religion. So what you subscribe to, for real, what you think about yourself, whether it is your philosophy being put out, whether it is with publishing, whether it's your music, whether it's your book, whether it's whatever it is, what Pluto is bringing, this big transformational, probably uncomfortable change, is coming in you taking your power back in your own publishing. Okay, your own understanding of religion. So sometimes you can have an ideology, a philosophy, or religion, or a certain law that you connect with or subscribe to, and that can be taking your independence away. That could keep you in a subservient state of being or mind. Okay, so Geminis, you are regaining your power in philosophy, in publishing, right? Taurus, 10th house. This is something about your reputation, your status, and your career. So you could be regaining your power in career in some sort of way. Now, I feel like for Taurus, this could be like a redemption song or redemption energy of like, what I do know right now, the Taurus collective is busting their ass. Tauruses don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. But I feel like for Taurus is about the grunt work. They're like, okay, I'm in it. I'm doing it. I'm showing up. I'm there physically. But what I think Taurus needs to work on is like the PR part of things, their reputation, their status, what they're representative of. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, and this could be a powerful thing. This could be that your reputation precedes you in a powerful way, and it takes you and puts you in a position of power. Or it can be someone in a position of power taking that. Like, it just depends, because Pluto is connected to karma. So in life, we all have the choice to make the moral high decision or the diabolical decision. Okay, and with Pluto is very, it's just fair, and it's loud, and it's powerful. So when it comes to the Taurus energy, if you are the boss, right, there could be a reputation there being exposed in some sort of way. If you aren't the boss, you could be stepping into the energy of the boss because of your reputation. Okay, Aries, the Pluto energy is hitting your 11th house. Your friend dynamics, your business organizations, and even online things, something is going to change in terms of how you are using your power, or not using your power. Okay, there is a big change in friend groups and business organizations. Okay, so here we go. How does Aries regain their power in friendships, friends groups, business organizations? Or has Aries been the energy in the friend organizations, pulling the strings, having the power? Okay, because and karma comes with a lot of these things. So again, Pluto is the energy of destruction. So in some sort of way, there's in friendship dynamics with Aries, or in business organizations with Aries, there is a energy of destruction in some sort of way. An ending of something, a business relationship, the ending of certain friendship dynamics. And this is about regaining your power. Some Aries may be a little bit too connected to certain friendships and groups or whatever, and it's stunning their growth. And so, boom. There you have it. Again, Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius. Aquarius is about independence. It's about independence, y'all. In every way you can. In every way you can. This next age is about independence. Can you stand on your own? Is you really who you say you are? Are you really about it? Okay? Are you about what you saying? And that's the thing. Are you tried and true? And that is what Aquarius energy is all about. That's how I live. It's like you get it how you live. That's how I live. I'm a person, I'm very cool, I'm very calm, but on the other side, I can't wait. Because it's like Aquarius has the wild card energy of people can't really predict what you're going to do next, right? We have a quiet confidence about ourselves. We're not the loudest person in the room. We're the person like off to the side observing everybody and like looking around and right? We're not the Leo, we're not who else is very like front and center? We're not the Leo, we're not the Virgo, we're not the Gemini. we're like the genius who just sits in, you know, we're just the awkward person in the room. But we're learning. We're learning and we're taking notes the whole time. So, and we're also ruled by Saturn. Saturn is a very disciplined energy. Aquariuses are very disciplined, but people don't really realize that. But Aquariuses, we love the chance to show who we really are in terms of like, oh, okay, so I gotta come out of retirement, or like, oh, I have to, you know. We love that because we are very tried and true, and we don't believe in taking shortcuts. We don't like. We're not overly emotional people, so we're not doing things out of like emotion and all that. But Aquariuses, we don't really. We're just gonna show and prove, and then keep it moving because we don't like extra, you know. The drama, the this, that, the mind games. We don't even like mind games because we feel like you insult my intelligence, and then that's how you piss them off, like, you know. But this is about independence. Any way that you are dependent on something, y'all, I'm telling you, get out of it right now. Start to try to make the moves to get out of it right now. It is, you know how they were talking about, oh, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, yeah. Cosmically, we are in an energy where it is time for everybody to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. And you want to know why? Because Aquarius also rules community, and it also rules groups. But what is a group of a collective of people who can't do shit for themselves? That's a useless ass group, and I'm just being very honest. So you have to be able to bring something to the table in the age of Aquarius, okay? Or wherever we are stepping into, you need to bring something to the collective. And I'm going to just run down just examples of just like what I, you know, for me, right? I know how to grow my own food, right? I know how to cook my own food, right? I have a degree. I know a lot about world history. I know a lot about art history. I know a lot about herbalism. I know about healing methods and healing modalities. I know about divination, right? I write a little bit. I'm not sure if I want to call myself like, you know, an author or whatever, but I write, you know, I write academically, and I write creatively. So there's an energy of like, and I'm a problem solver, right? And I'm a creative, and I have unique thinking, and that's what do you bring to the table? Aquarius, this energy is coming through. Aquarius energy is no bullshit. We don't bullshit you like at all, and we're not very emotional about things. So we don't get tied up in the emotions of things. We're just very focused, you know. So in this energy, I'm telling y'all, because Aquarius energy also comes with a little bit of exposing, because Aquarians, we're about truth. Okay, and in Christian astrology, I know people don't even think that's a thing. In Christian astrology, Aquarius is representative of the Holy Spirit. We are the water barriers. We go to the cosmos and we bring it down. And everything that we do is protected and it is blessed. And we're here to be the light, and we're here to spark healing, and we're here to spark faith and optimism. Okay, on the collective scale. And my North Node, Aquarius, my sun, Aquarius, my moon, Aquarius. So, I'm telling you, I know this energy. If you are dependent on any guru online, if you are dependent on any conspiracy theory, if you are mentally dependent on things, there's a rude awakening coming. And you don't want to be spending your time in these... it's a waste of time, is what I'm saying. Right now, we need to be really doing the work on ourselves to gain independence from certain things. To gain independence, within certain things. So needing to walk away from codependent dynamics in certain things. And everybody knows what that is for them. Okay? It just takes a little self-reflection. Did I go through everybody? Yes, okay. So again, this month it's a great time to pay a lot of attention to your health. I've been in Whole Foods like I work there, okay? But really focus on herbs that are connected to alleviating stress, all right? Meditation, the mind, I think in the collective, just in general, is everybody is overthinking. Everybody is trying to problem solve. Everybody is trying to figure it out. Sometimes you just need peace and quiet, and sometimes you just need to sit. And I like sitting out in the park or whatever, but you have to let the divine energy get to you. When you are in the energy of fear, when you are in the energy of anxiousness and anxiety and worrying, the Bible literally tells you worrying is like being a non-believer. So if you are a non-believer, do you think the energy and source is going to be there to give you advice and to help you? God can probably see you, of course, because you're his creation. But in terms of being, it is our choice to be connected to source, you know. It is our choice to make higher spiritual decisions. That's what I'm saying. Right now, there's a lot of things that is decaying. There's a lot of things that are falling apart because of this Pluto and Aquarius energy. Pluto is connected to war sometimes. It is connected to destruction. So whether everything around you look like a shithole, or everything around you look crazy and deplorable, or that everything is falling apart, with that Aquarius energy, okay, we're known for faith. And a lot of Aquarius do end up being pastors and spiritual leaders and stuff like that. But you have to be able, and not being overly optimistic to where you're in that Neptune energy where you just kind of out of it and you just can't accept reality. No. You have to be able to keep faith and optimism, and you have to be able to keep your connection with Source, God, whatever you want to call it, when Rome is fallen, okay? In the times of war, in the times of destruction, you have to be militant about like your faith and your mental, right? So that's what all this it's weird because I feel like the collective, we're going through hard, challenging times, but it's actually like mental sparring. It's for us to elevate our mind and be strong in our mental. And you know, make no mistake too, because with Pluto being in Aquarius, a lot of psyches can be, you know, especially Pisces. Did I do Pisces? Yeah, Pisces. Pisces, they're down there with the subconscious, and it's a lot, okay? It is a lot. But, and that's what I was saying. Just really focus on your health. You have to focus on your health at this time because, you know, there's high numbers of mental health issues. And, I mean, we're in an energy where it's no joke. That's what I'm saying. We are not in the energy for folks to be quitting their jobs and they're in a tougher situation. And I talked about that in the other video, but right now we have to operate in the energy of realism, you know, not in don't go off of nothing. Don't go off of no money you ain't seen. Don't go off of nothing that you can't see. You have to be in the energy of realism right now. So, like I said, in this month of June, everything is squaring Neptune. Venus is squaring Neptune. Everything is squaring Neptune, y'all. I didn't even write it all the way out because I was like, shit, everything's squaring Neptune. Let me just talk about how everything is squaring Neptune. So all the damn planets, I think it was Mercury squared Neptune, Mars squared Neptune. And Mars squared Neptune would be, you need to be about the action and not sitting in your mind all daydreaming and thinking about it. I'm telling you, relationships that's on some Neptune, off of facade, off of illusion, it's being busted out, it's coming out, whatever, okay? We are not in the energy to be dealing with rose-colored glasses, and you have to also watch who you can trust, who you feel like you can trust at this time. Right now, it's that Aquarius energy. Aquarius be off to the side, doing their own thing, minding their own business, chilling. learning, working. They like the mad scientists in the lab. Well, maybe I don't want to say mad scientists, but they in the laboratory, like Dexter say on Dexter's Laboratory. They're in the laboratory. Okay, right? It's a good time to focus on your health, to focus on yourself. This is a good time to focus on self-love as well. This is a good time to get into the self-love candles, to the self-love bath. It is good right now to get into the affirmations and to speak life into yourself. That's another thing. Because Pluto is a loud energy of destruction. Watch speaking on a destructive narrative. Because with the energy being out, loud, proud, and strong, that energy will make its way to you, because you keep talking about what you don't have and the destruction or the destruction of others, or gossiping or whatever. That shit will come to your friendo, you know. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay, I wanted to kind of give advice within the collective right now. Yeah, I kind of, I really wanted to do that. And again, if some of this doesn't resonate with you, it just doesn't, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I think I'm going to do Capricorn next in Sagittarius, but I may just roll the dice to see who's going to come next. Okay, Cancer came out. Cancer came out twice. Gemini, Cancer. Okay, but yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot. Really take care of your health, though. Try to manage your stress as best as you can. Yeah, this is all about thinking. It's a great time for thinking, for creating, for communicating, for producing, for putting yourself out there. Right now is a great time to use social media, but in a way of like you're creating and like you're dropping something and you're pushing something, like creative energy. But yeah, that's what I have for y'all. Okay, that's what I just really wanted to say. Was there anything else? Oh, with doubling with the health energy, also right now, we have to be focused on spiritual protection, because when people are going through challenging times and they are operating out of wounds, you can become the target, right? Of what if it's evil eye or whatever, right? So I have been doing like grounding sprays and not so much doing I do like my dragon's blood and sage and my Palo Santo and my incense and stuff like that. I've also transitioned to beeswax candles versus the candles that are parfum wax, however you say it, candles with chemicals and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm very health focused, even in terms of spiritual protection. Wear your spiritual protective amulets. You get your crystals, your evil eyes, your prayer, your intentions. Get on your spiritual bath. Keep fresh flowers around. Try to keep your environment as high vibrational as it can be. That is a work in itself right now. All right, that is a work in itself right now, of keeping your vibes high and keeping your environment vibes high as well. And that is something that shoots. Look, Broken Ring came out. I was just gonna pull a few cards for the collective. Parting of ways in either romance or business. Let's see, message for the collective. Holy Spirit. Message for the collective for June. Muddled, unclear thinking. I told y'all, focus on that mind. Great passion. Oh, shoots. And then success assured with good plans and hard work. Didn't I say that? I don't think I'm going to take these. Right now is not to have, it's not a good time to have your heads in the clouds. Yes, then you have coins. Money will be coming to you. And you have hand in need of help, assistance, and guidance. It's here. It's all here. But it needs to be assured. It needs to be good plans. And you need to have hard work. And with broken ring here, there are relationships, whether it's business or romance, that is just not helping. You know, it could be a lot of passion there, whatever. But it's just not, it's not helping. Something is muddled and unclear. Okay. So, that's what it's looking like, you know. And sometimes that's what happens with muddled, unclear thinking and broken rings. Sometimes it's the relationships in your environment, okay? And again, with great passion, passion could be, it could be sexual energy, it can be anger, whatever. But it doesn't, unless you transmute that to a creative energy, that don't help nothing, right? Yeah. So it's something about relationships, unclear thinking, like I said earlier, needing to settle the mind, get focused, whatever. Maybe utilize this passion in some sort of way. But yeah, it says coins. Money will be coming to you. Success assured with good plans and hard work, and that there is help, assistance, and guidance available in some sort of way. So what's at the bottom of the deck? Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. And this could be a woman. Okay. It says new job and career. So that is what I have for the collective. Again, it's a lot about finances, jobs, career, prosperity, coins, all of that. And it's because there's something going on in the collective right now within stability. All right. Send y'all love and light. Peace.